I'm here to answer the age-old question, can a non-professional athlete make $10,000 in prize money in one calendar year? This is episode 6 of me trying to make $10,000 from running fun runs. In this video, I run the Deseret News 10K in Salt Lake City in an attempt to add even more to my progress towards $10,000. This race is extremely exciting. It's crazy downhill and all of the best Utah runners love to come run in the same race. This one is competitive, it's fast, it's exciting, and there's money involved. But before we get right into this, I do have 3 announcements. First, it's been 6 weeks actually since this race happened and I am finally recording this. I'm sorry it took so long. Yeah, there's no way to sugarcoat it, okay? Immediately following my last upload, it was a crazy week before I went on a family vacation for a week and I took a bit of a break from editing videos, but I am back at it, back on the grind. And another reason it took so long is because of announcement number 2. I'm gonna be a dad! Again! My wife is super pregnant and she just hit 8 months pregnant with our second daughter. With that has come general preparations trying to get our life in order, ready for a second kid. And the third and final announcement has to do with this challenge. I'm gonna change strategies a little bit moving forward with this challenge. This race at the Des News 10K that you're about to watch sort of concluded my summer racing series. I immediately took a week off after this race and then I've been building back up, not just to where I was in mileage, but I have for the last few weeks been running quite a bit more than I was all the rest of this year. That's right, it's because I'm getting back into the marathon. But my ultimate goal with this was really just to get myself motivated to be the best athlete that I can be and then just place really well in the races I already wanted to be doing in the first place. So I'm only planning to race 2 or 3 more times the rest of this year, but the one race on the calendar that is locked in is the California International Marathon in the first weekend of December. Lock it in. That is the race that I am targeting as the most important. Hear me out. How awesome would it be if I just actually got really good at the marathon and I cashed big at a big race? Okay, I think I can do it. I'm delusional enough to think that I still have a chance of being one of the top American marathoners and I want to get there. With the baby coming as well, it makes a lot more sense to just focus on a couple of key races rather than try and travel a bunch to lots of different races. Okay, enough of that. You came here for the Deseret News 10K. I'm gonna show you exactly how that went down. Let's get right into it. This race takes place in downtown Salt Lake City, and since I work near Salt Lake, my wife just picked me up from work and we went straight to the event from there. This race features a marathon, a half marathon, a 10K and a 5K, and I will be participating here in the 10K. Just got the bib. I should probably go make sure that this bib is working so that it's official. So I'm gonna do that. It works. Honestly, I have not really thought much about this race at all today. Just got off work and came straight to the expo. It's currently 7 p.m. so race time is in 11 hours. I'm gonna just, get a good dinner, get a good rest. I just learned who else is in this race, and honestly, this race, as far as I know, is pretty stacked. So podium is not out of the question, but it's gonna take something special, okay? So one of the reasons that it's gonna be tough to crack this podium is this guy right here. Welcome to the vlog, Mr. Joey Noakes from the BYU team.
Good to be here. So happy to be on the vlog.
And you signed up when exactly?
Like yesterday, but I don't know, I've been thinking about it, decided to send it. It'll be fun.
That's the problem with this race. In terms of trying to make money, this was not the race to do. So this is just proof I'm really just trying to be fit to run fast, not just snipe some races. What's your goal tomorrow?
Win, but I don't know, I'm not in that good of shape, so we'll see. Making any money is good tomorrow, so I feel like both of us are kind of shooting for that same boat.
There's a 28.0 guy on the track, look out for him, should be fun. I really have nothing but good things to say about this event, from the way that the races are run all the way to how they treat their elite athletes by hooking them up with this hotel room right next to the start line. I just really love this event. We are here at the Deseret News Marathon in Salt Lake City. This is probably the most competitive race you'll find in the state of Utah, at least on the roads. Not for the marathon, but for the event I'm running tomorrow, which is the 10K. For some reason, the 10K attracts the state's best runners all the way up to Jared Ward, Olympian, who has been doing this race almost every year for the last decade, down to just the people that love the race. But what you're all here for, looking at the prize money. Unfortunately, this race only goes 3 deep in prize money. It's $1,000 for first, $500 for second, and $250 for third. And I'm gonna just cut to the chase, and I'm gonna be completely honest. It's gonna be really tough to cash at this event. I mean, this one will take a seriously good race to cash. The course itself, it runs downhill, it drops several hundred feet, most of which all happens in the first 3 miles or so. The final 2 miles are relatively flat. So you can make up ground on the flat, but you gotta keep in it on the first part. Warm up.
What mile are you at right now?
I don't know, 2 miles now. All right, it's 5:30 a.m. race morning. And I got my warm up in with lots of good friends, including my good friend Adam Wood, and shout out to his YouTube channel where I actually got this footage. If you haven't seen his video, I'll leave that linked in the description. He does a great job talking about his journey getting back into fitness. But after the warm up, it was go time. This is the kind of race that you have to get out hard because it goes downhill real early and it goes out fast. Going into this race, we all knew that Hobbs Cheney was the clear favorite to win, and we all expected him to go out really hard. And just as expected, he went through the first mile in sub 4:10, while the rest of us went out in a meager 4:22. This quickly turned into a race with a chase pack trying to hunt down the leader, and it looks like that's exactly what he wanted. And yeah, you got us. Our only hope to catch him was if he went out too hard and we caught him later on. The chase pack by the second mile dwindled into just 5 guys, to no surprise: Jake Heslington, Joey Noakes, Jared Ward, Jaquavius Harris, and myself. We came through mile 2 in another 4:22, and things were starting to heat up, but I was still feeling pretty good. After rounding this turn, we approached 5K, where at this point Hobbs had about a 25 to 30 second lead on us, and we came through in 13:46. And just a reminder, this is a very downhill race. Now this chase pack stayed 5 strong all the way through 4 miles, when Joey was the first one to make a move. He surged hard and blew it apart, and sadly, I just didn't have it to go with him. And by the time I hit the final mile, I was last out of that chase pack. As we came to the finish, notably, nobody caught Hobbs, though they did close the gap significantly from the 5K mark. And as for myself, I held my position back in 6th place. Now, of course, 6th place is not the finish I was looking for, but I did still manage to run a really fast time.
Jared Ward coming on down.
Well, there you have it. It's been about 3 minutes since the finish. I ran the time I wanted, like 28:30. Blazing fast. Got 6th. It's the same place I've gotten every year I've done this one. But it hurt really bad. I was in it at 4 miles still with the chase pack in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and just didn't have it. But honestly, really can't complain. I'm really happy with the time I ran. I think I ran it smart and as good as I could have, so no regrets. Within minutes of finishing the race, I quickly jumped in the car and drove my wife up to the 5K start. And shout out to her, she is incredible. This is her coming down the final stretch while 7 months pregnant and pushing my 3-year-old daughter. And ironically, she managed to take 6th in her age group. So even though I didn't quite make my goal of making the podium at this race, I'm frequently reminded of just the incredible life that I have and people that surround me. And I can't help but just feel really grateful. We knew it was coming. It was bound to happen eventually, and I have to give it up to Hobbs and Joey and Jaquavius. They ran really freaking well, and they deserve the podium finishes that they took away with. I think this race did not disappoint. I had a ton of fun, but unfortunately, the thermometer. Every morning I wake up and look at this thing and just itching to be able to update the dang thermometer. You better believe that this is going to be sitting on my wall motivating me as I prepare for the coming marathons ahead. If you haven't already, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you've been enjoying this series and you liked this video, please drop a like. It helps me out a ton. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.